Morning, Alfie. Hello. No? Okay. Right, so welcome to a slightly different type of video. What I'm doing is I am starting a writing vlog series in which I'll do like a vlog every week. Usually I'll record it on a Saturday and upload it on either a Saturday or a Sunday, I'm not too sure yet. But the reason why it's a Saturday is because that is my primary writing day. I usually spend the vast majority of my time writing on that day. And also, I'm not just doing this writing vlog just to show you how I write and stuff like that, even though that is a primary goal. It is also to spotlight my Patreon, in which I am currently writing a novel and would appreciate your support. The first chapter is free, and also every month, if you just become a patron for $1 per month, you get access to all finished writing. So when I complete chapters, they will be available on the Patreon for you. If you have read the first chapter, you will know that it is a high fantasy novel, and high fantasy needs pretty good world building, or it has done in the past anyway. So the plan for today is to work on and develop a character as well as a region in the world that I'm not even sure we'll see for a while. This will just set in motion some events in my mind, and hopefully we'll get a character very soon in the upcoming chapters that will allude to what I've been working on for a while now. But today I want to get a few things set in stone and basically canonize it in my mind so I can work off that in the future. I will also be doing the vast majority of my writing in freehand in Waterstones. I haven't really done freehand much since one of my first couple of novels, actually, because I used to write in my college, and my college had terrible internet, and I used to write on Google Docs. Well, I still write on Google Docs, actually. So I am starting to write freehand, and I want to go to Waterstones because Waterstones is cool. I'm going to go to Deansgate Waterstones in Manchester, Deansgate. Because they have a nice cafe there, they do good hot chocolates, and I'm excited. So yeah. If we roll on over here to my new bedside, which I recently bought from IKEA, if I can just shove that in there. I'm actually a bit tight for space right now. I have my bed pressed up against my wardrobe, which is a new development, and my bookshelves just barely go into the edge of where the wall is. I will do a room tour and stuff like that later, even though you pretty much ought to just see my entire room. It's not very big. In here we have a couple of notepads and a tablet. I'll be using this notepad for today. I bought it to learn Japanese, but oh shoot, I nearly dropped it. Learning Japanese apparently takes up very little pages, so I'm just going to use the majority of those pages to write freehand. Like you can see some of my Japanese here at this moment in time. It's very little, but yeah, what are you going to do? So, here's Patreon, just to let you know. And next thing you see of me will probably be me getting on the train. Oh, I don't actually know whether I'm going to be getting on the train or not yet. It does cost money. Yeah, it's barely any money. Let's get the train. Screw it. Okay, so I bought the ticket for 10:05. It's currently 9:48. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just read up on chapter 2, because chapter 1 is out right now on the Patreon, but chapter 2 isn't, because that'll be out at the end of this month. Probably chapter 3 as well, because I'm going to start working on that tomorrow. Chapter 2 literally just needs refining. It needs a few bits finishing off, but yeah. So I'm probably just going to read over that and see if there's any corrections in grammar and stuff like that, and then we'll get going. now got to wait for my train to come in. It's currently 12:14. I've got my train supposed to come in at 12:29, so I've got 15 minutes to eat. And yeah, I now have to go from platform 1, which I'm on, to platform 3, even though it's only 8 minutes until the departure change where the train is coming in from. So instead of platform 1, it's now platform 3. So I'm going up the stairs and I'm going over the tracks to get there. Last time I came to Manchester, I was supposedly coming in at platform 3 and then it went to platform 1. So there we go. So I just got back from Manchester. When I went to Waterstones, I did about 3 pages of pretty detailed writing about the character. When I write, especially when I write freehand, I seem to come up with more ideas, and I seem to get just a better gist of the character in general. So now that I've got the character down, I feel confident enough to introduce them sooner than I would have thought I would have. I thought this would have been a character that may not have been in this first novel, but I think it would be a good character to start off with, and maybe we can do something with him later on as well. So, yeah, that worked out good. Right now I'm just taking my bed sheets off to get washed, and I got to put new ones on. Yeah, if you ever do go to the Deansgate Waterstones, I do recommend getting the hot chocolate with marshmallows. Really, really nice. It was like £3, but definitely worth it, especially if you're going like once a week or something like that. It's just £3 for like a treat. It's nice, I think, anyway. After Waterstones, I went to go get my comics, and I thought, this is going to be tight, because it was about 15 minutes until my train was about to leave, and it's about a 15-minute walk from Deansgate to Manchester Piccadilly. Yes, so even though I was going to barely make it anyway, I needed to go Travelling Man and pick up my comics, which are here. Yeah, there's 2 mainstream comic book shops. There's a couple of others, but usually they're trading and stuff like that. They don't get like new comics every week, is what I'm trying to say. And out of the 2 being Forbidden Planet and Travelling Man, Forbidden Planet has more stock, but if you set up a standing order with Travelling Man, is so much better because their customer service is amazing. So yeah, after that I went to Burger King, as you saw when I was vlogging the platform, and then I was sat there for about 10 minutes, and then the train, even though I said it was supposed to be landing on platform 1, landed on platform 3, and by landed I mean came in on, because you can't land a train really. There we go. So yeah, I had to sort of speed walk to that, because trains can be weird at Piccadilly sometimes, like really weird. Like on weekends, there's not a single train going to Bolton. I mean, I don't want to go to Bolton. I've never met a person who wants to go to Bolton, but still you can't go there on weekends. But yeah, the plan for the rest of the day, I guess, will be trying to iron out chapter 2 to the point where it's presentable, just so I don't have to worry about it for this month, and then I can actually start working on chapter 3, and maybe, who knows, even getting that done before the month is over. I don't think it would be completely out of the question for that to be a goal, at least chapter 3, and then I can even start working on chapter 4. I can get rough drafts of chapters finished in like an hour or 2. Like I can get full 20-page chapters done in about an hour. My WPM is around 85 at this moment in time. It's going up. Last year it was in the 70s, so my typing isn't the issue. The issue is when I type, my grammar is terrible and my spelling is terrible. So a lot of the days after I finish writing, I spent just literally fixing the stupidest of errors. Like instead of the word no, it's supposed to be like today when I was fixing before, one of the words was supposed to be no, but what I wrote was not, which didn't make any sense. And it's just stuff like that, like I said the word crew instead of grew. Just stuff like that, you know. So a lot of it is that, and also a lot of it is rejigging sentences, making them as perfect as possible. When it comes to sentences, I'm trying to be a perfectionist with it, because I don't know, it's just that right now I've gotten to the point where I can't see a difference between my work and a work that I would find on a bookshelf, which is one of the main reasons why I started this Patreon. I'm like, this has gotten to the point where I feel like this is worth money. So I spend a lot of my time just trying to make sure I can feel that after I'm reading it. Like, I've read chapter 1 that's now on Patreon for free, by the way. I've read chapter 1 maybe about 100 times, no exaggeration there, and every single time I've just got a smile on my face because of how proud I am of it. But yeah, now with the bed made, I'm just going to bag and board my comics, and then I will get writing on chapter 2, so yeah. Right, okay, so it's been 1 week since you looked at me, but also, it is also apparently, yeah, and also, yeah. Oh, also, yeah, also. So, I just finished, I actually didn't realize this, but at some point, I don't know when I did this, I did a 3rd chapter, but it was, I don't know why it was in the 3rd chapter, so I've just basically deleted the words chapter 3 and just put it in chapter 2, because there isn't a new plot, it's just continuing plot, there's no new character arc or anything like that, there's no point in a 3rd chapter. It just felt like I wanted to feel good about my progress, and so I put a 3rd chapter in. I don't even know when I wrote this, honestly. But yeah, so currently just working on it now. Hopefully you didn't see any words, because spoilers and Patreon only. But accidentally stopped the recording by myself. Apparently one of the volume buttons stops the recording. Who knew? But yeah, so what am I talking about? Yeah, so I'm about a bit like a page of the way through what chapter 3 would have been, but now it's chapter 2, and it's going pretty well. I've changed sort of the tone of chapter 2 a bit. It felt like it was a lot darker, and a lot it felt like there was a lot more like facts and stuff of the world that was just thrown in there with no reason behind it, and I think that was just me taking notes but putting it into the story, so that didn't really make sense, so I took that out. And I've just remembered it pretty much. I've put it in some notes, and yeah, so that's saved in my brain at least, but it's not just in the story for no reason whatsoever. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little update. Not really much else to talk about so far. I will probably get back to you once I have finished chapter 2 for today. I feel like I can at least, I don't think, because the story isn't finished with chapter 2, but I will at least get all the grammar perfect, and everything just up to date and looking good, so I can just move on and start writing without having to deal with fixing stuff that I've done in the past. So yeah. Right, okay, so sadly not a terribly productive end to the day. I did continue working on the chapter, and I've got it to the point now where I feel like it's definitely readable and coherent. I might need to give it a more, like, once over again, just to make sure that all the detail that doesn't need to be there is out of there. I've got literally 2 full pages, unedited pages. There isn't any like paragraphs in there or anything like that. There's no spacing, different from what it was in the book. 2 pages of just detail that didn't have to be there. I remember I wrote almost the entire 1st chapter without much world building having been done, and then what I did is I went and wrote, like, because whenever I had questions and whenever I wasn't sure about something when I was writing, I made a note, and then once I finished that, I went away, I did a bunch of world building, and, you know, just an encyclopedia, basically, of everything that needs to be there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to release an encyclopedia once the book's done as well. I'll probably add that as a Patreon tier. I'll probably put in the $45 Patreon tier, for you to get, like, a physical copy of the encyclopedia. I think that'll be a really good, thing anyway. If you got any ideas about tiers and shit like that, just let me know. It's always evolving and shit like that. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so all I did was get out, like I said, 2 pages of detail, refine it down, and that's kind of it. Probably tomorrow I will get started on doing some actual stuff, but other than that, just get ready for next week when I'll do another vlog. I think this is going to go up on Sunday, so I've basically recorded all this on Saturday. And if you enjoy it, then make sure to let me know. And if you don't, then please tell me why and how I can improve it. Maybe I talk too much, maybe I don't show enough of the writing, maybe you want tips and stuff like that. If you want tips, I can just recommend you a bunch of books, because I've read a lot of books on writing. One, just off the top of my head, Stephen King on writing, a very good book. I'm not even a huge fan of his work. I'm currently reading one of his books right now, which I'm probably going to do a review on. At least I'd say August, because it's taken. I started reading it during March, so there's only a few of his books that are super long. So it's one of them, and I've been reading it since March on and off, and I've nearly got halfway through it. So hopefully, if I go gym every day and I listen to audiobooks while I go gym, then I should be able to get it done. But yeah, so that's been it for this week. So if you guys watching, hopefully enjoyed it. Like I said many times throughout this video, I've got a Patreon. This book is going to be, like, this is all. If you want to know more about the book and you want to read the first chapter, go to my Patreon page. It'll be the first link in the description every single time. And yeah. So, see you next time. Goodbye.